You guys are listening to the Sincerely Yours podcast with Andrew LaPrade. Guys, today I got a nice packed show. And I'm looking at my phone because I got a few things that I want to announce at the beginning. I'm going to start doing these before the beginning of the episodes. I'm going to call them beginning check-ins. Just me checking in with y'all, just to kind of prep you guys for what the show. I'm trying to curate some nice things going on here, man. We had a very, very good episode last week with Rashard Robinson of Right Now Radio. But today I got Trent Babers coming. Trent, he is an amazing guy, man. I met this guy when I used to work at Men's Warehouse. He was an awesome kid. He used to do a few things at work that I used to be like, I don't know. And I used to be kind of, he was kind of grinding my gears a little bit. But ultimately, though, I really saw this kid's potential, man. And I really want y'all to meet him. I can't wait for you guys to see him. He's coming on very soon, and he's a good guy. Like I say, he's a mixed martial artist. He's been disciplined from afar, and just throughout the years, man, I've been seeing this kid's maturity, and I said I really want to have him on the show. So it'll be an honor for you guys to get to know Trent, man. So make sure you guys tune in to Cecilia Yours podcast on all platforms via social media. We are at Cecilia Yours podcast. I got to put an underscore on there because I created a page a very long time ago and I don't have access to that page. So right now it's Silly Yours Podcast with the underscore. So make sure you guys follow us on there. Please subscribe to the channel. And I'm going to be doing episodes every Friday. That's my goal. So as long as I got guests, you guys will have new episodes, new entrepreneurs, new creators, and just getting to know the town and just getting to know other people. I want to do a quick shout out to Brandon Anderson. Make sure you guys check out his, and I'm going to flash this up on the screen, but he has it's a yoga with Brandon. Join us for free yoga session Sunday, January 25th, 2026 at 9:30 a.m. I'm gonna post a flyer up so you guys are gonna see that very soon. So I'm reading right now, so this probably doesn't connect with you guys right away. And then also we have January 24th, 10:30 a.m. stretching with the NGOA plus friends. So make sure you guys check that out. That's going to be at Resurrection. And that was a $2 entry fee. So make sure you guys please check that out. Please support Brandon Anderson. He's been doing the yoga for a while. He is a huge reason to the reason why I'm in shape now and throughout the years. Brandon has been certified in yoga, Tai Chi. The list goes on and on. There's other things, certified trainer. He is the guy. So make sure you guys please check him out. Make sure you guys tune in for that. That's going to be very good because again, he is the best. And I'm not saying that just because he's my brother, but well, majority of the reason he is my brother. But just aside from that, he truly is the best. So make sure you guys tune in to check that out. And make sure you guys tune in to this episode. We got Trent Babers. We're going to get to know Trent. And make sure you guys hang around for a few more episodes that's coming, man. I got new entrepreneurs, new creators. So I'm excited to get to know you guys. I'm going to introduce myself again. I'm Angela Pratt. You guys get used to me. You guys will be seeing me. Silly Yours Podcast. Let's go to the episode. Hey guys, welcome to the Sincerely Yours Podcast. I'm your host, Andrew Pratt. Guys, today I got with me Trent Babers. Now, we have a backstory. Me and this guy used to work together at Men's Warehouse. At the time, I was his manager. I knew he was a sharp kid. Now, it was a couple things that he used to do at the store that I used to be like, Trent was going on. But during all, I knew that this guy had ultimate potential. I've been seeing him from afar as far as with his mixed martial arts. Today, guys, we're going to get to know Trent. He's a martial artist, and he does a little bit of kickboxing. He does a little bit of MMA, and he does some other stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I'm not educated on that I'm planning on learning from him that I want you guys to learn as well. So, guys, welcome to the show, Trent. What's going on with you, man? How you feeling, man?
Thanks for having me, man. I appreciate
No
you.
problem. And thank you for coming on, man.
It's an honor to be here.
So what's good with you these days, man? Talk to the people, man. I see you sharp, by the way, man.
I went to church this Sunday.
So you had to get G'd up,
I
man.
had to, man.
Okay.
And it's honestly ain't nothing but a blessing to see another year, man. Because everybody can't say that get to see 2026,
Okay.
especially with a lot of private stuff going on in my grandma.
This is true, man. This is very true. Man.
It's a blessing to see a lot of that talent, man. It is.
So talk to the people, man. So when you're not kicking ass, man, what is Trent doing, man?
Honestly, man, when I'm not doing that, I read a lot of books.
Okay.
And to be honest with you, if I wasn't doing that career wise, I'd probably be a law enforcement officer.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Okay. I would never expected that.
yeah, law enforcement officer. I would like to be federal. That's the side dream. If I wasn't doing anything in regards to having a journey to the
Mhm.
UFC or trying to go on this other karate league called Karate Combat, and
Okay.
I'll also, to be honest with you, I'd be a boxer too.
Okay.
Just because I love to do boxing as well. I've
Okay.
done that as well. But outside of that, if see, all my life I was always told, and what you hear with people going to the NBA or NFL or any sport, always have a fallback plan, a backup plan.
Okay.
So mine was, if not college, people always say join the military, but a lot of
Okay.
people, they talk about, well, doctor or lawyer. That's all you hear as
Hmm.
far as like, so-called making your family proud, doctor, lawyer, but
Yeah.
or military, but law enforcement, that's a real good job. It's an
Yeah.
amazing field,
Yeah.
man. I love to be federal, so I say I like to be a federal detective
Mm. Now,
if I wasn't doing this.
now on the show, man, I like when I was younger, man. I used to like when I used to go hop in the pool, you know how everybody got to inch in first when it's cold and stuff like that. I just used to hop straight in, man. So similar to that, that's what I do with my interviews, man. So let's hop into the origin story. You said that when you was little, people kind of told you that you need to get a safe job, you need to get something that's for sure.
Yeah.
So just give me brief backstory of like how you grew up, where you from, and just different things of that sort, sure.
Originally, I'm from Augusta, Georgia,
Okay.
right? So, from there, I started getting into martial arts when I was 5 years old. I started this place called the Carmels Taekwondo in Montgomery. See, from 0 to 5, I was in Georgia.
Okay.
About 5 to 5, I came here to Montgomery, Alabama.
Okay.
Started kindergarten and whatnot. And so when I got to Montgomery, that's when I had went to a school called the Carmels Taekwondo. And so
Okay.
from there, then I went to another school called Johnson Martial Arts, and I learned a lot of martial arts from there.
Okay.
So both schools were teaching Taekwondo, and then I went to a school called Tiger Rock Martial Arts.
Mm.
So all three of those were Taekwondo. So I got a lot of experience with my belt in Taekwondo. I have a black belt in Taekwondo and karate.
Okay.
To be honest with you, I didn't start competing until I was 17. Yeah, I was 17 when I started competing. And from there, when I started competing, I felt, see, I already fell in love with it from a child.
Okay.
But when I started competing, then I knew I need to take this really, really serious. So one
Yeah.
thing that a pet peeve I have in mind is, of course, you see memes and stuff on Instagram and
Mm.
TikTok when people say, "Well, karate doesn't work," or "that won't work in a real fight." I promise you, somebody who just street fight, just swing like that, street fight, and that's all they
Yeah.
know, hood fighting.
Yeah.
If someone gets in there with, I'm just not even black, I'm gonna say a green belt, and that's not even intermediate. That's part of beginner slash even intermediate. They won't stand a chance.
Yeah.
They won't stand a chance.
So let me ask you this because it is a lot of, I'm going to say uneducated people when it comes to the arts of fighting,
It
right?
is.
So, okay, let me ask you this then. So going on the lines of a street fighter
Yeah.
versus an actual martial artist,
Mhm.
what would you say is the difference in how they approach the fight?
Well, the difference between the street fight and how a street fighter and martial arts are supposed to fight. The martial artist is going to try to de-escalate the situation
Okay.
because that's the first thing we learn. We don't de-escalate the fights. That's the first thing we learn in law enforcement, to try to de-escalate the situation
Okay.
because
So you're not leading with that. Like you're not leading with like, hey, I'm gonna try to fight you like as
we're
a
gonna try to
priority.
we're gonna try to de-escalate this and talk this over as martial arts. Not someone
Okay.
off the street, no matter how angry we are, because it's taught discipline and self-control.
Okay.
That's the two things we learn. So we have to learn how to control ourselves more than anything.
Okay.
Second, in all the schools I've learned, as far as I'm concerned, someone physically strikes you first or has a weapon or someone is about to hurt someone else, we never throw the first punch, we never throw the first strike.
Okay.
Because martial arts isn't about bullying or intimidating anyone. It's about respect, honor, self control, and mainly, to be honest with you, out of all of them, self defense, just to protect yourself.
Okay.
So, first thing first, that's how martial arts are approached fight by de escalating or walking away.
Okay.
Now, how a street person or a hood person would, or someone who gets irate and belligerent or rambunctious and wants to fight,
Hmm.
they're just going to just be the aggressor.
Okay.
That's what they're just going to do. Ain't no talking. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no talking, just straight up, let's just do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. Just straight like going into it.
Yeah.
So
But
with
then when
that,
a martial artist does that, they gonna be humble. It's- yeah.
well, Or I don't want to misquote, but from the movie Last Dragon, where he was just like, use my art like only when it's basically necessary.
That's
Like,
right.
what I'm saying? Like, and I'm paraphrasing with that. I don't have the exact quote. My brother will. He's a huge fan of Last Dragon. My
Really.
brother Brandon, yeah,
He likes
man.
Bruce Lee and stuff too.
Yeah, man. He's into that, man. And you know what's crazy is fun fact, I used to take karate when I was little.
Really?
Yeah, but I never went anywhere with it, man. Like,
Just for fun.
yeah, it was just well, my mom wanted to put us in some stuff because like we did soccer. Soccer was the first sport I learned how to play. Then after soccer, it was basketball, and then from basketball, my mom put us in what was it, Hook One or something like that. And
Okay.
we was doing that with shout out to Coach Mickey Barnes. Me and my older brothers, we was doing that.
Hold on, Mickey. Is that an older, dark skinned man?
Yeah,
Gray hair?
yeah,
Real older guy, dark
yeah.
skin. I know him. That was my karate teacher at Resurrection Catholic School.
Yeah, that's where we went. We went
You
to
know Resurrection
Resurrection.
too?
Yeah.
I know him.
Oh, yeah. That's shout out to Coach Mickey Barnes.
Yeah,
But
I
yes,
just know how you doing?
he doing really good, man. I just saw him the other day actually, man, at Resurrection. But
That's
yeah,
right.
he taught me and my older brothers, and I got up to a yellow belt. And then after that, I was just like, all right, I'm done with it, man. Because like I was actually trying to fight somebody. Like I was the street fighter. I was biting them and doing this and
You was
grabbing
getting a lot
them.
of fights when you were younger.
Yeah, when I was young, because I kind of was in that area. I'm not sitting here saying I'm a thug and stuff like that because that's
For
far
sure.
from my habitat. But
Sure. Pretty for that time. I mean,
yeah, yeah. But like you did kind of grow up a little bit rough because I'm from the west side of town or whatever.
my girl.
But yeah, so it's like with that being said, it was kind of like you defended yourself, and people used to look at you a certain way, like, oh, you think you this and that, and you was gonna get tried. You know what I'm saying? So, but with that being said, though, I wish I would have took it serious. Though. I didn't understand it until now, and so like with me getting the shape, fitness, and stuff like that. Now I actually want to go back and do that stuff that I thought that wasn't cool back then. I want to do now. So that
When you get
that
older,
yeah, that brings me to my question of like what's the discipline that you find in martial arts? Because you're really disciplined for your age. Like I see that from afar on your social media. Like you're really disciplined from your physical appearance to your art. So speak to that a little bit.
honestly, life experience. I kind of had to grow up fast a little bit, man. I had my
Okay.
first job when I was 14 at Smoothie King,
Okay.
honestly, and not getting everything handed to you and just facing challenges.
Hmm.
Because when I was at Men's Warehouse, I just had turned 16.
Hmm.
So honestly, life struggles already can. No, I say this all the time. Maturity does not come from your age because you got grown men, babies, you got baby boys. It comes from your life experience because you
Yeah.
can have a guy who's been through hell and back and he's 10 years old.
Hmm.
And people say, well, he act old. Well, he probably seen a lot of stuff. Crazy story at 10.
Yeah.
But we got a 40-year-old man
Yeah.
acting like a child. Goo goo gaga.
Yeah.
You know,
No, facts. Facts. Nah, I just was curious with that because like I said, I watched you from afar, man, and
especially like the a lot of opponents I face too. Um, I've taken a lot of inspiration from them. And to be honest with you, believe it or not, man, this is actually true. Getting hit in the ring, getting hit in the head a lot, it changes your personality. Believe it or not, it
mm,
really does. Because
okay. In what ways? In what ways?
I've taken a lot of blows to the head and I've taken a
Yeah.
lot of blows to the face. I'm gonna be honest with you. I really have. I've been hit pretty hard.
Yeah.
Um, I had a concussion before too in one fight.
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't knocked out, but like I was still fighting, but you don't realize it till after.
Mm-hmm.
And all those blows to the head. To be honest with you, I'm not saying I'm suffering from it, but it can. I know a guy. He's only 25, but he's struggling with his memory from getting hit so much.
Oh
But
man.
in a way, that stuff can kind of it's more of a feeling than a saying, but I do
Mm-hmm.
know it makes you just really, really grounded. Because
Yeah.
someone who knows how violent a situation can get will try to back up from because a lot of times if I'm stopping trying to get away from a fight, I'm not scared of more so what a person can do. And let's say no guns are involved. Me personally,
Mm-hmm.
I'll be honest with you. Of course, I know how to use guns, but I don't like guns.
Yeah.
But I'm not really a weapon kind of person at all.
Yeah.
Unless someone's trying to kick in your door and try to rob you, that's a different story. But other than that, someone steps on your shoe at the club, what everybody want to do, especially in this Montgomery, pull out the
Yeah.
gun.
Yeah.
Somebody
Yeah.
look at your girl the wrong way or say, hey, how y'all doing? You were
Yeah.
like my girl.
Yeah,
Everything was
yeah.
about the
Southern
money.
hospitality, man, is like
Exactly.
not accepted for some odd reason. Yeah.
Exactly. And hand to hand combat, I de-escalate and I back away from a lot of situations in the real world because I'm afraid of what I can do to that person versus them doing to me. Because believe it or not, man, people can go to prison for the rest of their life for self-defense.
Mhm.
Like, it's a lot of people sitting in jail right now because somebody pulled a gun out on them, but they was able to pull theirs back quickly and, I'm not gonna say the K word, but unalive them.
Yeah.
Um, and they in jail for that, man. And
Oh
it's not
no.
fair. And
I
that's
don't think it is either. Like, and I don't know the full situation on this, but you heard about the LL Cool J thing a while ago. Like somebody broke in his house
mm,
and he beat the dude like up like bad.
mm.
And
My first time hearing about
yeah,
this.
yeah, he didn't get in trouble, but it is some rules though. Like
With his
if
hands?
yeah, like hand to hand
He
combat.
got in trouble for that?
Well, he didn't get in trouble. He was all right. But what I'm saying is I think about him a lot, and then I think about other instances to where people kind of can come in and like let's say if you rob somebody, right?
Right.
And if you're within their property and they shoot you, like if your back's turned, they would say that that's murder because like
They're leaving.
exactly
So
like
how are you in danger? So they're leaving. But it's
exactly.
still on your property. Right.
Exactly. So like that's the law is crazy with that stuff, man. So but nah, you're absolutely right. Like I feel like if you invade my home, if you invade whatever I'm at, if it's mine, that's disrespect. It should be like I should be able to defend myself to whatever level it
Right.
may be. So
Okay, so do you support immigration and customs enforcement? You support it.
do I support that?
Yeah. Now I will say this before you answer that.
Well,
I'm
well,
so not a
what,
part of which they just not a part on excessive force. I'm talking about a part on illegal immigrants that have like done stuff in this country they ain't supposed to do, like SA and unaliving people and different stuff like that, helping clean the streets. That part,
No,
not
no,
the
no. I
yeah.
get you. Well, to be honest, man, like I have to decline that because like I don't really speak towards political affairs
Okay,
publicly.
I apologize, man.
Not you find now off camera. We could discuss something like that. But as far as publicly, I don't do those things. But
My
it's
bad. I didn't.
not be cool, man. But as far as the discipline though of fighting, because I'm real curious about this. Now, it's some mixed rumors out there. Can you clear it up by you being a martial artist? Like,
Mm.
once you become a fighter like how you are, or a boxer or something, are automatically your hands registered or you become a registered weapon? Like, kind of hence what we were just talking
Not
about.
at
Like, how
all.
does that work?
Not at all. It's a lot of people who box just because a lot of people ask me are my hands registered. No, my hands aren't registered, and
Okay.
I'm still at.
But will you get in? I didn't mean to cut you off. But will you get in like a certain amount of trouble due to the fact of what you do know versus an average? Because you're not an average guy walking around with knowing the stuff that you know versus a regular fist fight. So clear that up a little bit for me.
Okay, so I will say this because this had questions came to me a lot. If they know that it gets to court, the judge can kind of be like,
Mhm.
So it could kind of be like a attempted murder. For
Okay.
some what the judge say if they know that. Even if let's say your hands aren't registered.
Hmm.
And this is coming from what a lawyer has told me because I've talked to a lawyer about something like that. He
Hmm.
said, as long as your hands aren't registered, even though if you have a martial arts background that's brought up in court, you're still good. But if your hands are registered, they officially lethal weapons. So let's
Hmm.
say if Floyd Mayweather gets into it with a guy at the bar and he punches him in the face, that's just for no reason. That could be attempted murder or crazy story, crazy thought, assault with a deadly weapon because this is considered a deadly weapon.
Hmm.
So as far as I'm concerned, me wise, I'm not pro. And most of the times when guys get their hands registered, they are pro. They aren't amateur. Not
Hmm.
saying if you're amateur, you can't get them registered. But to me personally, I'm not even. I don't even have a boxing license.
Okay.
And so a lot of guys do MMA. See, boxing is a little bit different than MMA. In boxing, you got to have all because you got to have a boxing license. As soon as if you amateur in boxing, you gonna get your hands registered. But MMA, you get away with a lot of stuff,
Yeah.
because a lot of guys in the UFC don't have a MMA license. A lot of those guys, well, a few of those guys from the UFC, uh, only it was one UFC fight. He only had two fights and just went to the UFC to the
Hmm.
Contender Series. So a lot of the times that MMA wise is not about what you know, it's who you know that can get you in there.
Yeah.
And to answer your question, man, as long as your hands aren't registered legally, you can't get in trouble, even though it is brought in court. If that judge said, well, his hands aren't registered, so
Mhm.
technically, then again, because the lawyer did say, you can twist that and just say, well, he just does that for a sport or extra exercise or something like that.
Mhm.
Because when it comes to the eyes of the court, eyes of law, credentials are everything, paperwork is everything. So if it's
Yeah.
not on paperwork, it must not be that serious,
Exactly.
allegedly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, because I always just wondered that, because I know like a lot of people that be like, my hands are registered, this and this. So I think that's more of a moral thing that they'll be like, okay, I'm not gonna fight this
Yeah.
guy
It's
because I know
subconscious.
exactly, because I know what I know
They can get
versus
in
this
trouble.
guy. Okay. But now let me ask you this: can you? So the only time you can get your hands registered is when you are pro. Is that what you're saying, or that's just the more likelihood of it
The
happening?
more likelihood of it happening, the
Okay.
more likelihood of it happening. Let's say a coach, is not pro at all, not even amateur, but he's coaching
Mm.
it. Now, he has to have his hands registered. He's coaching, he's teaching that.
I
Or
see. I didn't know that.
an
That
instructor,
was that was that's why I said we're gonna get
as an
educated
instructor,
today.
you have your own school. If you teaching little kids taekwondo or little league karate or
Hmm.
jujitsu as a coach, no matter what, you have to have your hands registered before that
Okay.
building even opens.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right. Let's transition a little bit, man. When did Trent know that like I'm good at this? Like when did you have the confidence to be like, you know what? I actually can do this, and now I can take it serious, and I can take myself to the next level.
COVID during the pandemic,
Okay.
when the world was shut down, and to be honest, when you couldn't go nowhere, all you just had to do a lot of self realization, and
Hmm.
I did a lot of soul searching in 2020. That was a real tough year for me. A lot happened.
Okay.
A lot of family members passed away due to
Sorry
COVID,
to
and
hear that, man.
yes, sir. So that just really had me thinking to myself, and this is something I can do. To be honest with you, it healed a lot of pain, man.
Mhm.
Not more so when fighting technology, just the discipline of it all. And it just was just a breath of fresh air, honestly.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
I can see that, man, and I thank you for sharing that too, man. So let me ask you this: when you see like the world of fighting now, because you said you into boxing a little bit, right? What's your thoughts when you see like the Jake Paul thing and all these people fighting this and this? Do you take that art form serious, or you just like that's just crash,
I'm gonna
man?
be honest with you. And if you watch, what I don't take Jake Paul seriously at all. I don't take Jake Paul seriously at all. I think can I just speak off the record?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna use profanity, but he's a Ronald McDonald clown show. I'm
yeah,
so glad that Anthony Joshua broke his jaw.
yeah,
He got what he deserved.
yeah.
And Joshua, I hate that he got into a car accident. That
Yeah.
was tragic.
Hmm.
Everybody said that's the Jake Paul curse. If you lose, if Jake Paul, if you not hurt him, something will happen to you.
Yeah.
But my thing is, I'll be honest with you about that. I really wanted him to. I knew AJ was going to win. He's almost 7 foot tall. Size
Yeah.
don't matter in no fight, but the experience. But I wanted to see him fight Tank.
You talking about Jake Paul?
Gervonta, what? I wanted to see that so bad. That's my favorite boxer right now.
Oh yeah.
And
Why in particular he's your favorite boxer? I wouldn't have.
because of the things that he goes through and how he comes back from it. Okay, have you read about what's going on with him now?
I've heard briefly about it. Not
Briefly
too
about it.
much.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into. I'm just gonna say legal troubles.
Mhm.
Every time he comes back from a legal situation, he comes back and he beats the crap out of somebody and comes back and does that backflip. And it reminds me of myself because I go through a situation, I come back and dominate in the ring, and a lot of people say, "Well, Tank, he's a piece of crap." Well, this guy, and he stays in trouble with the law, though
Mhm.
he does have a lot of legal problems and legal troubles.
Mhm.
I genuinely believe. First off, that's not going to take away his skill as an athlete in boxing.
You believe in a separation of
I
it?
believe in a
Okay.
separation of
Okay.
it.
The person. I
So,
got you.
and there's always two sides to every story. And everybody's going to always do everything in their power to, ruin the person who's up and coming.
Hmm.
I'll give you an example. He was in a bad situation going on with family matters, legal situation, right?
Hmm.
And at the time, he was having the fight was probably going to get canceled with Ryan Garcia, and he came back and destroyed Ryan Garcia. And I just
Hmm.
genuinely felt like what he went through just motivated him.
Yeah.
And then after that, again, he destroyed Frank Martin. Now I will say this: I don't think he had a fair shake with other guy he had fought when he had took a knee. I know it's him, but it's gonna come back to me.
Hmm.
But Lamont Roach when he had
Yeah.
fought Lamont Roach. he didn't really have a fair shake into that. And I just don't believe because every game ain't gonna be a good game. But that fight came out to be a draw. No one won, no one lost. It was a draw.
Hmm.
But one person I do want to see him fight is Shakir Stevenson, and
Yeah.
I want to see him fight Devin Haney. But yeah, but I sure did want to see Paul go up against Tank. Now I will say this. Boxing, a lot of people are starting to take it less and less seriously because they're seeing, like, when people do TikTok dances,
Yeah.
like a TikTok star or a YouTube star, and
Hmm.
then they see them just, oh, I'll just wake up and be like, oh, I want to be a boxer or a Blueface for
Yeah.
going from rapping and then to like a love and hip hop show with Krishan. Now all of a sudden he's a boxer.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people are saying that boxing is starting to be a joke now because they're just like, okay, I didn't like Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson. How'd you feel about that?
Yeah, I didn't, I
I
didn't, I
didn't
didn't
like
either.
that.
I thought that was crazy. Number one, Mike Tyson is almost 60 years old, if not 60 already. But it's just like, dude, nah, that wasn't cool.
I believe if Muhammad Ali was still living and he like this in a wheelchair, if he was still living, Jake Paul would want to fight him. I believe that.
No, he probably would, man, because it's like I like to me that's gimmicky boxing,
Just give me.
and I think that is a lane for what he's doing.
It
But
is. I feel like he just want attention.
I
Some people
agree. I
just want
agree.
attention.
I agree. Now, when
Um,
he fought Anthony Joshua, and I was just like, okay, now this is a real boxer. I was
did
like,
you low key think it was scripted? Low key at first I thought it was
I
scripted.
did too, because like I was like, okay, I was like, if Anthony Joshua would have lost, I would have been
I'm
like,
like, I ain't
yeah,
gonna let him knock you out, bro. Don't, because that type
yeah,
of stuff can ruin your legacy. Like,
yeah.
in a way, I'm gonna be honest with you. If let's say if because I know it was scripted.
Hmm.
Uh
He
if
carried them
Jake
3 rounds
yeah,
for
if
sure.
Jake
Yeah.
Paul, because Mike Tyson did pull a few punches that could really hurt Jake, but if
Hmm.
Mike Tyson agreed, hey Jake, you can knock me out, that would have ruined his legacy.
Yeah.
That would have.
Yeah. I mean, but Mike was kind of looking at, man, the money aspect,
But
man. Like, yo, man, let me get a quick what he got, like 20, 40 million or something like that?
yeah, because back in the day, he ain't got money like he used to, because he was
Yeah,
making
I'm
off
like,
500 million back in the day.
I'm like, man,
High highs.
I'll lose a fight, man, for $40 million, man. Just as well as the fight that Jake just lost. I think he got like 100, something like that, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man. But yeah, man. So with that, man, I got your background, man. That was some really great unpacking, man, because a lot of the stuff I didn't know about you, man. So I'll tap into this, man, and then we'll transition completely. But you said you was thinking about law enforcement.
Mhm.
Now is that something that might come up a little bit sooner than usual, or is that just something that's like just on the backspin of your mind, just in case if martial arts doesn't work out for you?
More so on the backspin of my mind in case something like martial arts doesn't work out for me.
Okay.
Because I will be honest with you, I suffered a bad injury, a broken bone.
Okay.
So I did have to have surgery, then a concussion I suffered from.
Mhm.
Um I suffered a lot of injuries, and I'm gonna be honest with you. They say the NFL stands for not for long.
Mhm.
Anything could happen, and then bam, you gonna have to have a fallback plan.
Yeah.
So, a lot of people say, "Well, put all your eggs in one basket." But my thing is, life has thrown me so many curveballs, and you might not know. You never know the bridge you might have to cross back over, and you never
Mhm.
know, what you have to go back to,
Mhm.
because it's always good to be a jack of all trades.
Mhm.
It is. It's always good to be a jack of all trades. And honestly, I would say, I'm being honest, as a child, I
Mhm.
never would thought I'd want to get into that. But I had started wanting to get in that when I was about 19-ish. Because
Mhm.
I used to do security as well. And doing security, you see a lot of police around you, and it could be kind of inspirational and inspiring because
Mhm.
you are what you hang around, what you see all the time. What you see is what you know.
Yeah.
So everywhere I went, I just used to see a lot of police and a lot of federal agents, SBI, State Bureau of Investigation,
Mhm.
and knowing people who are affiliated with the government, and always being on knowing people who are in the military and stuff. Like, this would be a nice career, you say to
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
But one thing I do want to say, not trying to get off topic,
No, you fine.
if people don't go to college, and I wish parents would know this, just because your child doesn't go to college does not mean that they won't be successful. And I will say that to a
Yeah.
certain extent, unless you want to be a doctor, saying something like a surgeon,
Mhm.
that's different. You need that, but education isn't everything.
Yeah.
Experience is.
Okay. Okay.
So.
Man, I could definitely see you, man. You got a good road ahead of you, man. I could tell too, man, and I don't mean anything by this. You've matured since the last time I've definitely spoke with you, man, on some real stuff, man, and I'm proud of that. So that
Thank you,
testament.
man.
I just want to
You
say
know, I
that,
used to
man.
always joke with that stuff.
This guy, you was random, man, with our manager, man. I got some of that stuff I got to say off camera, man, but you was real, man. But nah, I could definitely see the growth in you, man. And
Thank you,
I want to
man.
say, man, to my audience, man, I know
No,
you're
that
gonna
means the
do
world
great
to me,
things.
man. I appreciate you.
And
As,
that's
as
real
brothers, we
talk,
gotta
man.
encourage each other.
No, for sure, man.
I appreciate that, man.
I think that's a lost art, and I want to say that to you personally, man. And with that being said, man, let's transition a little bit, man. Let's get into some SYP fire questions, man. I'm just
All
gonna
right.
ask you some quick hitters, real quick, and
Say
I'm gonna
less.
tailor it to you. All right, man.
Okay.
So the first one, man. What's the strangest thing that you have ever eaten?
It was this piece of cheese from Costco, or from Sample, a sample from Costco. My head hurt for the rest of the day, and that taste won't get out my mouth. I think it was cottage cheese. A
Oh,
piece of cheese. Not for real.
see, I
But
wouldn't
samples
expect
from
that.
Costco.
Yeah, see,
She said it's good. So I'm not really because I don't really eat cheese like that, man.
yeah.
I ate it. Man,
It
that
set
was
you off, man.
traumatizing.
It
Said,
set
no,
you off, man.
no.
Honestly, I would not expect it because, like, most people when they come on the show and I ask them that, they'll say something like something weird, like duck or squid or something like this. My man said you just ate some regular
Some
cheese and
cheese,
it just
cheese.
set you off.
I'd rather put my hand on the stove.
Yeah,
I'm for real, man. I felt that all up here, man.
yeah, no, that's hilarious, man. All right, man. So my next one for you, man. Hero or the villain, and which do you see yourself as?
Hero.
Okay.
Can I say something to that? No.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
hero's my answer, but I want to die and be a hero versus live long enough to see myself become the villain. Because believe it or not, you can be a hero at first and then up here, but then we have a down slope. But let's say if they're a hero
Hmm.
or they have a down slope,
Hmm.
you understand what I'm saying by
I
that.
got you. I got you. I got
The
you.
hero.
You don't want to see yourself become the guy that you know that you're not capable
I'd
of.
rather be executed before I become a villain.
I see. I hear that, man.
Like
I
on some
respect that.
inspirational Martin Luther King stuff. Seriously.
Yeah.
Because a
Uh,
lot of guys that were at their prime, but then they live long enough to see themselves become a villain. That's a true statement.
no, it is. It is, man. Shout out to Dark Knight on that, man, for
Yeah.
sure, man. My other question, my last question on this for you.
Talk to
Briefly discuss this for me. Your top three fighters, and it doesn't matter what realm they in. They're boxing, MMA, UFC. It doesn't matter. Just your three
me.
top.
UFC, Ilya Tuporia, hands down, best fighter in the world. You know who he is?
I have no idea, but I'm gonna find him.
Best
I'm gonna
fight,
post him on the screen.
best fighter in the world. Best fighter in the world. Ilya Tuporia. Um, Gervonta Tank Davis,
Okay.
Mike Tyson.
Hmm. I would not expected that. Okay. Okay. Why Mike Tyson? I'm curious. Why Mike Tyson?
He gave me a lot of inspiration.
Okay.
Like a lot of these people that I just said gave me the most inspiration from fighting. And that's Tank for sure. And Ilya Tuporia more than anybody in the UFC. And Mike Tyson, that inspiration,
Yeah.
especially from where he come from. That's just
Yeah.
beyond inspirational.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up, man. So, lastly, man, what's the impact that Trent wants to leave on people that's just like looking up to you? I'm sure you got little cousins, people that might be seeing you in the fighting world, man. What's the inspiration you wish to leave them, man, for your impact?
My fight name is the ringleader, and I got a ringleader tatted on my back.
Okay.
If nobody know anything, learn anything else from me, I know what it's like to be alone, eat lunch by yourself, sit by yourself. I know what it's like not to fit in. I'll be honest with you, I don't fit in. So
Hmm.
I just want to let people know it's okay not to follow the crowd.
Okay.
As you can see, people call me a nerd because I wear suits and I wear a baggy jeans and a golf look, and I'm not a part of this generation.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it's okay to not fit in.
Okay.
And a quote I say to myself is, "Don't just lead, but be the ringleader."
Mm.
Because a lot of people can lead, but you got to have a ringleader that don't listen to leaders. He does his own thing. So yeah, don't
I,
make me
I
do it.
I respect your name now a lot, man, and I don't mean no disrespect by that. I like because like I was wondering when I saw ringleader, I was like, what does this mean?
Yeah,
And I figured we was gonna unpack that throughout the show.
yeah.
So I appreciate you for sharing that with me because now that makes a lot of sense, man.
Lead the
That you go
crowd.
to that.
I like to be the head and not the tail. Example for if I had a son, and I will one of the first things I teach him is be your own man, and just
Hmm.
because they don't want to play with you, don't make you less of a man.
Yeah.
They might be leaders too, but don't you just you your own leader.
Okay.
Yeah,
You heard it here, guys. You heard ringleader Trent. It was an honor, man, to interview him on my show today, man. Appreciate you, man, for coming
thank you for
on, man.
having me, man.
Really meant a lot, man, for us to get to know you. Trent, lastly, before we go, man, let everybody know where they can find you at, bro.
Instagram at Trent Babers, Facebook at Trent Babers, and my YouTube is the ringleader.
All right, guys, you heard it here first. Another episode of Sincerely Yours podcast. Make sure you guys tune in, like, share, and subscribe. See y'all soon.